concepts and ideas that I hope you'll be able to put to use. Okay, let's take a look at this picking hand. I'm right-handed, so that means it's the right hand for me. I'm playing with the side of my thumb here, and this is basically the beat. Now in music, you may know this, you have downbeats and upbeats. You know, if you're strumming, these are your downbeats, upbeats, and by alternating different up and down patterns, you get a multitude of different grooves. Notice I'm going back and forth across with the index finger. This is more akin to the way a sitar player would play the sitar. But if I'm going to do that fast, I usually use my middle finger. Okay, enough with that tangent. Basically, if you're playing a Travis picking type pattern where you're going back and forth between thumb and index, this becomes the downbeat, this becomes the upbeat. Downbeat on the thumb, upbeat on the index. And if you're counting, it'd be like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. When you think about it, there's just downbeats and upbeats, that's all there are. So if I was to practice playing along with the thumb, practicing on the upbeats, say I'm playing the 5th string here with the thumb, 1st string with the index, and I said 1, 2, 3, 4, now I'm playing all downbeats. But if I alternate 1 and 2 and 3, now I'm playing upbeats. Now how about if we get to where we can go freely between those? First together, then alternating upbeats here, then maybe just do 2 downs and 2 upbeats, 2 downbeats. Now, the thumb is always doing the same thing, it's just keeping the beat. What if I alternated every, like, first together and then after? Together, after, together, after. When I'm doing that upbeat, followed immediately by a downbeat with the index, it complicates things because I got to use that index finger on 2 notes at a time. So let's put the middle finger in and we'll alternate. First we'll do all downbeats, index and thumb together, index and middle together. Index and thumb, index and thumb, index middle, index thumb, index middle. Now let's try the index on the downbeats and the middle on the upbeats. And when we alternated, we could go right from the middle to the index. Thumb, middle, thumb, index. You want to practice this both ways, with your index on your downstrokes, or on your downbeats rather, and the middle on the upbeats, and then you do it the other way around. Middle's on the downbeats, index. And then what you want to do ideally is to get so free with the playing, you can play any combination, you can forget all this stuff. And then if I say, well, let's use an open D. So I could go up the D scale. And I could just randomly going between downbeats and upbeats, playing either with the thumb or in between the thumb. Oops, I can't play that, can I? I'm not supposed to. Now that's the simplest version. We could start throwing in some other things, like let's say we're holding down a chord, a D chord in this case, and we start throwing in, alternating on the bass note. Now, if you wanted to take it a step further, you could do a Travis picking pattern with the thumb and index. And what we usually do is pick a middle string, third or fourth string. Here I'm doing the third string on index. And we got our middle and ring fingers free to say we could play with the thumb or with the index. Put a chord in there. So what I'm doing, as I said, is sometimes I'm playing with the thumb and sometimes I'm playing with the index. But you got this constant thumb index pattern happening. You could use your ring finger or your middle finger to play along with the index or along with the thumb. Here I'm playing every other thumb with a ring finger on the first string. Here I'm playing every other. When the index plays, the ring finger plays. So now I'm playing the ring finger and index, and now I'm playing the ring finger and thumb. Ring finger index, ring finger and thumb. If you keep alternating back and forth, that's what it sounds like. It gives you a 3/4 pattern, because this is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is going every 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You get some interesting syncopations. And then if you start moving, you know, here speaking of moving, I'll move my hand up here to where you can see what this hand is doing. I can take, say, a simple chord and build a scale on top of that. And improvise a melody. See me back down there with the there's a D chord, an A chord. Just building little pieces of scales. Okay, so rolls, commonly called rolls, really they're arpeggios. Basically, there's a rule if you use your basically there's a rule that what you want to do is, because of the way that the hand is positioned here, it's most comfortable to play the notes closest to the thumb on the lower strings. So what we'll do is third, second, first with index, middle, and ring finger. Try them all together. And you can put a bass anywhere you want, which is great for 4-note chord voicings if you're playing these jazz voicings. People call it voice leading. It's not really voice leading. That's a whole other thing. But here I'm playing the bass note and index, middle, ring on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. Same way that you did with Travis picking, you could alternate between the thumb and those fingers, playing together or after. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to roll them. And instead of playing them all together, we're going to go thumb, index, middle, ring in sequence. And backwards, thumb, ring, middle, index. Or you could just do the index, middle, and ring without the thumb, or backwards, ring, middle, index without the thumb. These are great for arpeggios. Actually, that's what it is. It's arpeggiating a, chord here. I'm holding down a C chord. Going from the middle 4 strings, 5, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or 3-note rolls, just 3rd, 1st, and 2nd, or 3, 2, 1, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. This is more like what you hear in banjo music. Oh, you want to be able to switch directions too. So you might want to practice going up, index, thumb, index, middle, going down, middle, index, thumb, and then changing direction, like thumb, index, middle, index. Thumb, index, middle, index. So I could say I'm going down here, I went back up to change direction. So those are rolls. Now, not only can the alternating be used on the same string, which is great for scale patterns or melodic patterns, going here, thumb, index, or index, middle, or index, ring. You could use a 3-note thumb, middle, index. You get a tremolo pattern. Or use them in a scale or a melodic pattern. And you can just mix it up all different ways like that. Throw in some hammer on and pull-offs, and you got a whole new world of things that you could do. Say pull off on the 1st string, followed by the middle and index on the 2nd and 3rd, or just use index, thumb. Index, or ring, index, thumb, 1st, 2nd, 3rd string. I'm playing basically a an E minor chord while moving through the E minor scale. Ring middle index, playing those, frees up the thumb to throw in bass notes. Remember, when you're playing, don't forget to play. You know, it shouldn't be work, it should be play. That's why it's called play. And you can play around with these ideas, playing backwards, upside down, try different patterns that maybe nobody ever thought of before. Who knows, you could innovate a whole new style just based on a weird picking pattern.